Yeah, as you guys know, I probably just want to talk. There's no gaming video, there's no guide, there's no anything. I just want to talk because I thought maybe it's the time, because right now we're a community with like 2,000 people together and we're having a lot of fun. But I thought maybe it's a good idea to start talking to you guys and tell you what exactly is happening here. Because um, most of the times I'm alone and I don't really have anyone to talk to. Um, the people who I knew you are either left me or, things like that. But I thought maybe now that I have this platform and I have you guys with me, I thought maybe it's a good idea to talk to people. So, if you guys are exactly the same as me, it would be great to have a conversation together in the comments because I really want to help people. Um, so, what exactly happened here is that I finally, finally um, got out of depression and I beat it for uh, um, almost 5 years. 5 or 6 years, I'm not sure. It was right before the COVID, almost a year and a half before the COVID. So this stage of my life was not a very good and healthy situation. And a lot of things happened in my life that I wish they would never happen, because this is what I'm here right now. But on the other hand, if you want to look on the bright side, it's going to be a great idea to I'm grateful that all this everything happened to me, and I just know that they happened for a reason, and the reason is right here. I'm here kind of like a successful person, kind of, and this is the day I'm talking to you guys. So just as a person who was depressed for almost 6 years, if I want to define it like in some words or sentences, I would just like to say that depression is something like um a tons of weight on you, and you're strong enough to not to let the weight break you, but you just can't. You just hold things and you just keep things like really hard, and you suddenly let go of everything. And it's really hard. I mean, I'm serious. It's really hard. You look at the world from a different angle. Um, you can't communicate well. You don't want to communicate well. I mean, you want, but it never happens. It never happens, and it makes you like you want to hate yourself most of the times. Um, it makes you feel like the things you could have been, but you're not. And there are a lot of regrets, and there are a lot of things that you want to do, but you can't. One of the reasons I started YouTube is to just prove myself that I can, as the last thing and as the last um, chance in my life. So depression is really hard, guys. I don't know if you guys, I hope you never feel it. I hope you just never feel it. If you have anyone in your life who's disrespecting, or if you have anyone in your life who's bothering you, who's breaking your mental health or things like that, just kick that person right out of your life, because it's going to be really hard for you. I mean, I don't want to be a negative person, or I don't want to like spread the negative vibe or things like that, but I just thought maybe it's a good idea to talk about it to you guys. And as a person who experienced everything, um, I mean, a long period of this illness, I'm gonna call it, because it's a really, um, I mean, it makes you sick. Um, I just wish you guys never face it, never ever. So even if you're watching this video and you're a depressed person, you know where to find me. There is no problem. Everybody knows that I communicate with everyone and everything, no matter what. And I do it wholeheartedly. And it was never hard for me to do that. But you can't believe how happy I am that I got out of this stage of my life. I understood that it's in my gene to be depressed. And there are a lot of alternatives and there are a lot of triggers that can turn it on in your body. So I had the best ones in my life, so it happened. There were two stages for me. One of them was the smoother, but the other one was really frightening. The one that was for exactly 6 years. What I'm really trying to say is that your mental health is something that you should keep it. You should protect it no matter what. It's like your family. It's like your stuff. It's like your computer. It's like your money. You shouldn't let anybody invade it. If it happens, trust me, even if you're strong enough to protect it no matter what, it's gonna break. It's gonna break. And people and things are gonna break it. So I just wish you never face a situation like this. I've had a lot during the 6 years of my life, and there were a lot of things that helped me, and there were a lot of things I experienced myself. One of them, the most important one, was listening to music, playing video games, surfing the internet, and things like that. But you just need to know that if you're depressed and if you are I don't know, if you're experiencing anything like that, just don't overdo things, because it's gonna break you. Like if you play video games 24/7, you're just gonna stand up and you're like 100 pounds. If you surf the internet a lot, you suddenly understand that you're addicted to your phone. If you listen to music a lot, you suddenly lose your ears, and also things like that. Another suggestion that I really want to say is that never ever go for drugs. Guys, drugs can make you calm, but it's gonna kill you. And you don't understand. You just suddenly feel that you're happy with it. You don't feel things. It's a good thing that you don't feel things. But you have no idea how you're breaking yourself. I never went with drugs, but I know a lot of people around me who went for drugs just to get out of that state of their mind, but they didn't end well. I just hope you just understand what's right and what's wrong, and I just hope that you never go for drugs. Do not overdo things. It doesn't matter if it's a good thing or a bad thing. If you eat a lot of healthy food, you're gonna hurt your kidneys. If you eat a lot of fast food, you're gonna hurt your body. So whatever happens, either good and bad, it's gonna hurt you really bad. So the first stage is not to overdo things. The other one that really helped me a lot is music. the strategy that I had, I mean, this is for 6 years. Obviously, you cannot do it like in the first day. And I just always try to use people's experience, and I'm like, how did they do it? Like, and how did it work? And I just don't look at the period. Do not be just like me. Just don't rush the process, and trust what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. Just trust yourself. Um, First of all, the first strategy that I had was listening to music and playing games. I've been playing games since exactly the time I was just a little kid, for like 4 or 5. But after some years of my life, it has started becoming a habit for me. And I had to do it. I was kind of an addicted. So what I did is that I decided to play some games that helped me to open the fogged part of my brain. You know what I mean? For example, one of the games is Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and Senua's Saga. This game really helped me. I understood that what are my weaknesses, and I tried to avoid them. And it really worked. The other thing is that I listen to music a lot for pleasure, but after some years, I thought that maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe I'm just wasting my time on it. So I thought maybe I should look for a purpose. So this was the place that I found this depressed rapper who suffered his entire life. NF, I'm talking about NF, and his lyrics are inspiring, and I understood that everything he has in his texts and everything, um, it actually comes from his bottom of his heart, And I thought maybe it's a good idea not to do the bad things he did, because it's obvious he said everything in his lyrics in his videos. So this was literally what I did. Therapy helps a lot, but you should pay attention not to go to a therapist who's actually, in my country, they call it a yellow therapist. The person who's just asking you to come and talk and not to do anything. But if you find a real therapist, and if you just find a real one, you're gonna be healed really soon. And the last thing is that you just want to try. You just want to need it. You just want to want it. Because if you want it, no one can stop you. And if you literally need it in your life, and if you suddenly feel that, okay, what am I doing with this miserable life? You're just gonna stand up and you're just gonna say, okay, that's enough. And I think that day will be your lucky day, the best day in your life, because you just stand up and you do it, no matter what. And this is literally what I did for the past 2 years. And after struggling a lot with myself, I finally did it. Now, the case is that some of you guys maybe think that, like, a depression or mental illness is just something like the scar, a wound. It heals. No, it doesn't. It just reduces. Imagine you're 100% depressed, and you suddenly, after some years, you suddenly feel like you're 5% depressed. But it never gets to zero, because it's impossible to get it. Otherwise, we don't have any feelings. I don't know if it's a good suggestion or not. I don't know if it's a good thing to say or not. I don't know if it's a reasonable thing to say, but it worked for me, and I hope it works for you guys. Do not ask people for help. Now, let me be more specific. If you ask someone, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, I don't know, your friend, whatever happens to that relationship, whatever happens to that person, you're just gonna be double depressed. And you don't want it to happen. Because you suddenly feel like, okay, I already have an effed up situation. And if anything happens to that person, you're just gonna be like, your problems, your mental diseases will be doubled. And you really don't want this to happen. I mean, asking help from people is good. Um, but what I'm saying is that you need to understand if that person is the right person or not. If you go in a relationship during this problem, if you start a friendship with someone, you'll be attached and it won't end well, because usually it happens to people. So if I was you, I would never do that. And this is exactly what I didn't. I lost a lot of friends, for good and bad. I lost a lot of good things in my life, and I lost a lot of bad things in my life. I lost money, I lost everything. Um, but I understood that maybe it's a good idea not to do it. Now, you might think that life is a bear. Please don't. If you just feel like you're depressed and no one really cares and you just want to kill yourself, I'm just being this specific. Just go and talk to someone. Just you know what I did? Um, I just tried to write down everything. Um, all the problems. I have 3 notebooks like this thick, and I wrote down all the problems and everything that bothers me. And it really helps. And whenever you see someone, you can just go ahead and talk to them without being judged. There are some websites, or there are some social medias that you can literally go there, and you can literally ask for help. And there are some operators and there are some people right there, and they talk to you and they just listen. They don't even say a thing, they don't suggest you a thing, they just listen. And I think it really helps. This is exactly what I did. It really helps. So I think it would be a good idea for you guys to do it too. Cause um I don't really find another way. Talking to people and being judged, it it just doubles the problem. Not talking to people, it happens again. So I think the best thing is to just go ahead and talk to, the trustable people who don't judge you and who don't find any feelings for you, and you don't find any feelings for them. Um, what I did next is that I got a pet, my cat, Odin. It helps a lot, seriously. Animals are really fun and they are fantastic. They're the best animals ever, especially cats. Um, it helps a lot, but it depends on your condition. Maybe you want it, maybe you don't. But it depends on your house, it depends on your condition, it depends on the situation you live in. But what I'm saying is that just try to be brave enough to do whatever you like in your life. And you shouldn't really care about what people say. People are like moles, in my opinion. When you're depressed, you feel like you want to talk to them, but whenever you talk to them, they suddenly say something really bad, or they suddenly start judging you, or they suddenly say the things that they shouldn't say. So right now I'm talking to the people. Please be careful what you say to what type of people, because it's really important. And if I was you, I would, you know, I would just think about whatever I want to say twice. Mm, because it's really going to be helpful for the people who have depression. So please be careful and please take care of them. We're all people and we don't know what's going to happen after this life. So why don't we just live peacefully, and why don't we just respect each other? And why not just, I don't know, take care of each other? Why do you have to say something really bad to make somebody else upset? Why do you have to take everything serious so you make another person upset? Why do you have to take your job too serious so you make someone upset? I don't think any of this is important. Um, we need healthy people. We need a healthy society to work with and struggle with each other. So I wouldn't really think about um, such things. And if I was gonna talk to people, I would listen twice and talk less, because whatever word you say matters for someone like me. So please be careful what you say. Um, I just don't want to be the guy who's destroying your mood, because you're here for fun and you're here to see cool videos and you're here to see me laugh and to hear music and play games together and things like that. But I just want you guys to know that um, the community that we built together, we're just like a family together. And I mean it to every 1,341 subscribers that I have right now. So thank you, every one of you guys who are here in my channel, subscribing, I don't know, liking my videos and things like that. I really don't want to be the depressed person who's famous because of this. I just want to be me. And right now, at this moment, I thought maybe it's a good idea to talk to you people, so you really understand behind all the cool videos and behind all the music and gameplays and laughters and screams and things like that, there's a guy who maybe doesn't have a good mental issues. And we're not, I mean, one or two. There are a lot of us in different situations, in different workplaces, in different lives. So I just want you guys to take care of each other, because life and mental health is the best thing you can have. It's a gift from God, and you never destroy a gift, you know? You just take care of it. So thank you for listening. I think I'm out. Of course I have a lot of things to say, but I just wanted to say it simultaneously, because you know, if I want to have a prescript or something, it's going to be stupid. So I thought maybe it's a good idea to just come and sit down and talk. Thank you, every one of you. Take care of each other, and you have my blessings.